Hello, everyone. Welcome again, and thank you for joining me, joining together and gathering together for the Festival of Humanity, the full moon of Gemini. This time we make it a bit shorter. I have a concert to go to, so that's why it's a bit shorter. But I'm just already feeling emotional about this particular time. The actual full moon time is almost exactly in 24 hours from now, and we are gathering here today together to invoke the spirit, the God, to guide our decision making, our governance, our capacity to choose love over and over again. The Festival of Humanity is a time for mystery of love. It is about mystery of love. In the teachings, in the transmillennial or theosophical teachings, it is said that the Festival of Humanity is the time where one of the third, or actually the third of the three great spiritual festivals of the year, over the course of time, which we can invoke the spiritual energies from the cosmos to guide us, to align us, to nourish us for the year ahead, for the remaining year. So we have Easter, the Festival of Easter, and then the Vesak, and now we have the Festival of Humanity or Goodwill. And what struck me was the quote from Esoteric Astrology by Alice Bailey, that in this time humanity will therefore invoke the spiritual power of the kingdom of God, the hierarchy, and the hierarchy will respond, and God's plans will be then worked out on earth. So it all boils down to the universal quote that as above, so below, and as within, so without. And to me, this is the seed that is clearly giving the message that we do have the opportunity to create heaven on earth in this lifetime. This festival is also known as the Festival of the Christ, or the full moon of the Christ. And that is because this festival really emphasizes the Christ's relationship to his people, and that is the whole of humanity. And actually, this festival is not just one day, it's actually 3 days. So it started yesterday with the keynote of love, and the love being in its transpersonal sense. Love is free from sentiment, and it's free from emotion and personal emphasis. It is love that is giving freely. It is in service, and it sacrifices and understands, and it acts with strength and decision, and it works on behalf of the whole, and not in the interests of any particular group or individual. And today is the keynote of love, since the full moon is tomorrow. And tomorrow is the keynote of resurrection, and we have the opportunity to emphasize the keynote of livingness, of the living Christ that resurrected and who did not die but rather lived. And we can connect to that life more abundantly, and be connected to spirit in this body, spirit in matter. And on Friday, on the 24th, the day after the full moon, the keynote of contact is present. And that is about getting closer relation between the Christ and his people, and between the spirit and humanity. And even though all of these three zodiac signs that these festivals are, well, time-wise, they're all, the festivals are in different zodiac signs, but however, the keynote of the divine aspect that we're invoking is the first ray of will or power in each of them. And will or power is about purpose. It is about will. It is about the plan of God. And it is our opportunity to align ourselves with that higher will. In this full moon, the hierarchy being the Christ in this case, and the spirit, they will let loose the will to do good upon humanity, to serve and set right relations between humanity. And there are 7 results coming from this, and they are according to the 7 rays of the souls. And the first one is power. The power will be given to the disciples of the world. I'm quoting now Alex Bailey, that the power will be given to the disciples of the world and the initiates among men, so that they can direct efficiently and wisely the coming process of rebuilding. So we are creating a new world. And the second result is the will to love, and it will stimulate the men of goodwill everywhere, that hatred will gradually be overcome and men will seek to live together cooperatively. This will take some time, but the inner urge is there and subject to stimulation. And so we just need to connect to the love wisdom that the second ray energy carries. And that is very present in addition to the first ray energy at this time. The third result is that the will to action will lead intelligent people throughout the world to inaugurate those activities which will lay the foundation for a new, better, and happier world. So this is the intelligent action that we're called to by the third ray energy of the different rays. The fourth result is the will to cooperate and that is related to the energy of or the ray harmony through conflict. And this energy will also steadily increase. Men will desire and demand right human relations, a result more general than that produced by the activity of the first 3 aspects of this ray, but which will be a natural outcome of this activity. And so peace and harmony. The 5th ray energy is the will to know and to think correctly and creatively will, and that will become an outstanding characteristic of the masses. And so we are developing our mental capacity from our lower mind to higher mind, and we are connecting and fusing the polarities between the personality mind and the soul mind to work together. And this will lead to wisdom. The sixth ray energy will bring the result of the will to persist. And that is an aspect of devotion and fixed idealism. And it will become a human characteristic, a sublimation of the basic instinct of self-preservation. So we are transforming the self-preservation and survival into believing it will lead to a persistent belief in the ideals presented by the hierarchy and the demonstration of immortality. So we will actually become to know ourselves as love. Yes, survival is there in our animal bodies, but we will know ourselves as love. And the seventh ray result is the will to organize. And it will further a building process which will be carried forward under the direct inspiration of the hierarchy. So this is spirit and matter directly connected. The spirit will guide the organization of the form and the matter plane. When this is about the mystery of love, in the teachings it's said that, or it is conceived that the cosmic spirit is the father aspect and the matter aspect is the mother aspect. And we are in the time of the spiritual sun, as in S-O-N, and the Son of God. And so there is that mystery of love that is that works both ways. That this duality is born of the one life, the one behind everything and nothing. And yet, that Son of God can be and is, while it is the production or the result of that duality, it is also the agent that brings the father and the mother aspect together, back to oneness. And the festival of humanity and the zodiac sign of Gemini is it affects or influences the etheric body. And so the etheric body is, in theosophical sense, the subtle body, and it's the first or lowest layer in the human energy field and or aura. And so it's the layer of our etheric body that is closest to our skin. And it is the body that connects us to the higher bodies. And this can serve as the field when field and bridge, when we connect, when we invoke the first ray energy of the spirit, and that in turn activates our soul. what the process is about is that in that process, our aura, this etheric body, is activated, and the will of personality will wane, whereas the will of the soul will wax. And so the personality will give way to the will of the soul. And we start to shine through our aura. We start to, and I'm talking about us as souls. So our souls start to shine, our auras shine through our aura. Our souls shine through our aura. And that is the light and access to the love, wisdom, and the spirit to access the physical plane. Not the only way, but one way of doing that. And I sense that this is a huge step for humanity to take at this time of our evolution. And for me, in my experience, I noticed that yes, it does take will. We need to actively practice our will to access the energy of the first ray, will or power. And still, we need to be humble enough to be put in our place. And in my experience, it is putting me on my knees. I'm falling on my knees as I realize that this is not granted. It's not. Obviously, you ask and you shall receive, yes, but it's not coming from a place of entitlement, although there may sound like there is a paradox that this is our birthright. This is our birthright to be connected to this energy and to have this connection with the humanity and the Christ consciousness. But at the same time, this humbleness, not modesty, not the same thing, definitely not. I just want to distinguish that. But humbleness, that there is something greater working me and working through me. And yes, I need to practice this will, that yes, I want this. And in the humble state, I ask. And for that, back in the 40s, this great invocation was created. This mantra was created to prepare for the reappearance of the Christ. And we're going to use that a great invocation later today in our meditation. And it's okay, you don't know it, but you can just hear my voice and just repeat it in your mind. But we will go into our core activation meditation and see how and what is revealed in terms of our invocation to be more connected to the hierarchy, to the Christ consciousness as members of humanity. Are there any questions or comments? And we'll move on. And there's something special about this particular festival for me. I invite you to find a posture and this place in the space that you're in, and to make yourself comfortable, to make yourself feel safe enough to go within for the next 30 minutes or so. As the Son of God, we can access the divine child within us through our inner child, even though it's not the same thing. And so whatever arises for you and you think that it's, oh shit, I'm not doing it right because I'm still in my personality drama and my inner child is acting up, then I just wanted to mention that that's a portal, especially today and in this time. That's a portal to our soul and to our consciousness and to the spirit. As you allow yourself to land in the spot that you're in, allow the different surfaces that are touching your body to hold your body. Allow yourself to be received by the earth. And also allow the energy from where you're let your base and your feet and your legs open up, relax. And just let yourself say that I am here for you, Mother Earth. And I love you, and I know you love me too. And please raise your energy through my legs into my root chakra, into my knees, and into my earth star chakra, so that they form as one Mother Earth chakra. And please ground me in my whole being so that I can open up to the spirit and help others to do the same. And you can respond. You can hear the response from the earth and give your consent that yes, I want this consciously, and receive it consciously. And then bring your awareness to your causal body, which is a bit above your head. So not the crown, but a bit higher than the crown. You can sense the sphere on top of your head. And from that sphere, just call in the Father aspect. The Father and I are one. And consciously giving your consent. Yes, fill me with life and the electric current of the one life. And receive it consciously. And then bring your awareness to your heart. And if it supports you, you can even open your arms. Lift your heart a bit and bring your awareness to the back of your heart. And if it supports you and you feel like you need to make more space in the chest area by moving and breathing, then allow yourself to do that. But notice the sensations in your body and stand as the Son of God, daughter of God. And from this heart, we open up to dilation through the great invocation. And I'll repeat the invocation, and you can just follow it in your mind, or if you know it, then you can also voice it through words. But through this heart consciousness as the sons and daughters of God, we say, from the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. With this invocation, allow yourself to center even deeper and anchor yourself even deeper into your heart center. And start sensing your body with all its sheaths, as if it were the globe of the earth, especially your aura, your etheric body. Notice the qualities that are present in your experience. Draw in the energy of the sun through the North Pole, through your crown. In this case, the sun is in Gemini. And let it drop down into your heart. Then drawing the energy of the moon through the South Pole, your base, into your heart. And in this case, today, particularly, the moon is in Scorpio, but you can also sense if you can feel the energies of the Sagittarius. Or whatever is present in your experience. Enjoy it in your heart and mix these energies together. And sense the dark core that is revealed at the center of their union. And enter this core. Attempt to feel from that core the sutratma or life thread that has a direct connection to the monad, your essential life force. Letting those polarities fall and collapse into one, revealing the one life at the center of them both. You also sense the dark flow of energy that connects your heart to the central core of the earth. And also to the black hole at the core of the galaxy, representing Earth's monad. Realize that your heart center is not simply in contact with these centers. It is an extension of their life coiled into the time and space density of your human incarnation. You are that life. Take time to identify with it. Allow the reservoir of life force to build in your heart. Use the mantra of life. There is no soul. There is no time. There is no space. There is only life. One life. This life I am. My will is for all my lesser selves to know me at their core as the essence. The beginning and end of their existence. It is thus as the one life I live. Let yourself feel the love that you are, the love of the one life. For all the Devic lives that make up your bodies of manifestation, especially in your etheric body. And release this reservoir of life so that it radiates omnidirectionally from your heart center as dark love, light, and power. Feel it effortlessly penetrating the core of all the beings that make up your earth. From the atoms of your physical body to the atoms of your mental body. All of these are Devic lives awaiting activation and direction from you, the God and Goddess of their world. Sense the life and death nature, the energy that naturally destroys or ends those patterns of behavior that the lives in your etheric, emotional, or mental bodies have become accustomed to, but that are not aligned with your essential divinity. These take the form of complexes, patterns of thought, feelings, and habitual activity that have developed in your absence. Sense the purification that is taking place in the atoms of these lives as they change their vibratory rates as a result of core activation. especially in your aura, what is being purified. What parts of the personality are giving way to the governance of the soul as the result of the core activation. Then sense the organization through resonance that naturally occurs as the cells of the different bodies express their core note and find their way into the organs and chakras, the different structures and dimensions of your subtle bodies, as well as the physical. And if you can sense the organization and it is a physical experience, let yourself be moved by that organization. Let your body find expression to the uncomfortable displacement and replacement. Finally, consciously radiate the life reservoir along the verticality of the Sushumna or central column of the spine. Add the energy of the Sutratma to the Antakarana so that the connection through the base to the core of the earth and through the crown to the core of the galaxy is actively vibrating. Let yourself be the receiving agent of this potent energy, and also the supply for those who need it. Then you can find a completion for your journey today that is suitable for your body and for your needs today. Whether that be through deeper breath, subtle movement, stretching, wiggling your body parts. And when you are ready, I invite you to our shared space on the screen. We have some time, and it's, for me, it's okay if we go a bit over the reserved time. If there is anything that you would like to share, obviously, if you need to go, then I understand that. Thank you. I personally noticed in this journey that why this is such a powerful time for me, and that is that I've been learning and studying these teachings for the past 4 years, almost 5. And they teach about the new Aquarian way of living as a humanity and the transition that we're taking in this time, and that we're born into these times to make that change. And we have been given these directions, some ideas, and senses of where we are going and what is going to change, and possibly how it is going to change, and what it's going to take to get us there as a humanity. And the small me, the small I, is in a place that today in this meditation just fell on my knees, admitted that I don't know what it means to live in the Aquarian way. I don't know what it means to my life and my surroundings. How can I make sure that I do my part? And when dropping into my knees, I can let go of that trying. I can let go of those idealisms and drop more into my body and be guided by the will of God itself, even without having any cognitive understanding through words what it is, except nothing else than the intuitional knowing that it's okay, everything's okay, all is well. All I need to do is to surrender and let go of that trying, and I will be shown. All I can do is love. And that will show me the breadcrumbs I need to know to find my way. Yeah, that's me for today. Is there anything else that anybody wants to say?
I felt somebody holding my hands during the meditation, and it's always so beautiful. It feels so good.
Yay.
Thank you. Again.
You're supported.
Yes.
Okay, going once. Thank you very much for you all. Yes, thank you for the comments, definitely. Thank you all, because this cannot be done alone. Going twice. It's done. Yeah, thank you so much for joining and gathering together for this remarkable time. And we'll go deeper into the Gemini archetype in the new moon meditation. So I'll see you then.